Okay, so for this practice, we're going to do something a little different because really, for some reason, a lot of people get lost on these problems like really quickly and really easy and just don't understand what's going on at all. So what I want you to do here for the first part is I want you just to write down the rules that you would use for each one of these problems. So if you look at number one, write down the rules that will apply for number one. Is there a power rule? Is there a product rule? Is there a quotient rule? Number two, do the same thing. Write down only the rules that you would use for that problem. Is there multiplication going on? Is there division going on? Is there exponents happening? So if there's exponents happening, tell me that you're going to use power rule. If there's division happening, tell me you're going to use quotient rule. If you see multiplication happening, tell me you're going to use power rule. So write down just the rules that you need for these problems. And when you are done, go check with your neighbor and see if they have the same thing that you have. If nobody around you is finished by the time you get to this, talk to me, like call me over and I actually will come to you and check and see if you did it right or not. Okay, so now that you work on that, or after you finish working on that, the next thing is to now expand it using those rules. So again, if you don't have a rule there, like if power rule is not in the first one, or product rule is not there, or quotient rule is not there, if any one of those are not there, don't use them. Don't make it up and say, well, it looks like it should be there, or that's too easy. Some of these are supposed to be easy. So, for example, for like that number 4 there, that one should be very easy. You only have one rule that's going on there. So you should not do multiple rules for number 4 there. So make sure you only use that one rule that happens for number 4. Number 5, just to check yourself, you should only have 2 rules that are going on there. Only 2. And then for the last one, you have 3 rules going on there, all 3 of them. So you should be using those. So for the number 5, just make sure you use the right 2 rules. And number 6, make sure you do the right rules in the right order. And if you want to do a different order than what I told you, that's fine. But make sure you expand it out correctly. And if you can put everything in the calculator and get a decimal answer, make sure you get a decimal answer and you round it to 3 decimal places. All right, so that's all there is for these. So the first 3 are the same problems as the second 3, but the first 3, all you're going to do is write down the rules that you need to use for each one of them. For the second 3, what you're going to do is just actually expand them out. Use those rules that you said are in there and expand it out. All right, and again, if you have questions and you're not sure what to do or what's going on, call me over. All right, so I'm right here.